and it goes like this. Near a misty stream in Ireland, in the hollows of a tree, live mystical, magical leprechauns who are clever as can be. With their painted ears and turned up toes and little coats of green, the leprechauns busily make their shoes and try hard not to be seen. Only those who really believe have seen these little elves, and if we are all believers, we can surely see for ourselves. Now this is an Irish blessing, but I chose this poem because of the description of a leprechaun, which is what we always think of when we think St. Patrick's Day. But not many of us realize what St. Patrick's Day is really based on. And so I have researched it, and that's what I'm going to tell you about today, is who St. Patrick was and why we celebrate a holiday named after him. So St. Patrick's was born in the 4th century in Britain, and he was born into a rich family, and he started out with a very strong Roman education. His grandfather was a priest, his father was a local magistrate, and so he had a very easy life up until he was 15. The Irish raided at that point and captured him as a slave. And so then he spent 6 years as a slave, a shepherd on a farm. But actually the slavery turned out to be a good thing. According to an article in Rhetoric Review, not only did he experience the spiritual awakening that was to guide the rest of his life, he also learned Irish language and culture. The Romans had been trying to convert the Irish from paganism to Christianity for a long time, but because of St. Patrick's lack of the Roman education, it kind of made him better for the job. So he learned the language and the culture, and then after 6 years, he supposedly had a dream, and an angel came and told him it was time to leave slavery. So that's what he did. He escaped, and he had to walk 200 miles to get back home. So he was born into this privileged life, and he became a slave. So why did the country of Ireland create a holiday in someone they enslaved name? Well, after he returned home, he became a priest, and then later he had another dream, and the angel came back to him and told him to return to Ireland to spread the word of God to the Irish. And he did amazing things. He helped convert Ireland to Christianity. He didn't single-handedly do it, but he made great strides in that area. According to another article in the Rhetoric Review, Patrick's very lack of formal training, replaced as it was by his training as a slave, made him uniquely capable to evangelize Ireland. So not only did his lack of training help, but he also was aware of a lot of the Irish traditions. Like he dressed in white clothes like the Druids did, so that they would accept him a little more easily. He made offerings to their kings, which was an Irish custom. And he also, according to the History Channel, he adapted pagan rituals to Christianity. For example, he used bonfires to celebrate Easter, which was an Irish custom to use bonfires to worship their gods. And he added the sun, a powerful Irish symbol, onto the Christian cross, which made the Celtic cross that we know today, to make it easily accepted in the Irish world. So after his rough childhood, it was that actually prepared him for his future. He became an evangelistical priest in Ireland, and then now today he is known as a saint. Well, he died March 17th. Supposedly his death was never recorded. It wasn't special at the time. It wasn't brought back until later. The church started recognizing him as a saint, even though the Pope never officially declared him a saint. So then biographies started being written about him, and then popular legends started coming up, and that's where the shamrock comes in. There's a legend that he used the shamrock to preach the Trinity, and that he fought the Druids and drove snakes out of Ireland, even though there were never really any snakes in Ireland at all. So he was an amazing man. He was a slave and then returned after he escaped to bring the word of God to the Irish. And that's where we get St. Patrick and now a multinational holiday. So I hope next time St. Patrick's Day comes around, you may know the real reason we're celebrating.